Hi everyone, welcome. Today I'm making one of my favorite summertime dish, Liang Fen. These slippery noodles are served cold. They're refreshing and very addicting. And so easy to make. You have to give it a try. The noodles are made with just two simple ingredients, the most important one being the mung bean starch. This cannot be substituted, so look for it in the dry section of your Asian supermarket. First, dissolve 1 cup of the starch in 1 cup of water. This recipe is all about ratios. 1 part mung bean starch to a little over 5 equal parts of water. That's it. The method here is more important in achieving the right consistency in the noodles, which will be smooth yet elastic at the same time. Then to a pot, add the remaining 4 cups plus a couple of spoons of water. Start to heat up the water over medium heat, but before it starts simmering, in fact, as soon as you see little bubbles forming at the bottom of the pot, you can stir in the starch liquid whilst mixing it well. Over medium heat, continue to stir the mixture constantly with the rubber spatula. You can also add a pinch of salt, but that's optional. All you need to remember is to stir constantly and scrape the bottom of the pot with the spatula as you stir, so the starch can cook evenly. At first it will seem like nothing is happening, but sooner or later you will notice some pieces of solids forming, and soon enough the whole pot becomes a jelly-like texture. Cook it for about 5 minutes, maybe less if your heat is higher. When you see the mixture has turned opaque, glossy, and when you pour it from a spatula it leaves large ribbons, then you're done cooking. Pour the whole thing into a dish and allow it to cool down completely on your counter space. Just don't put this into the fridge. In the meantime, let's make a quick garlic water as part of the sauce we'll be using to eat these noodles with. This method gives you a very fragrant garlic flavor and dilutes the pungency of the raw garlic. So make this and it will work very well with the Liang Fen. After a couple of hours, the Liang Fen is completely cooled and pulling away from the sides of the bowl. This is now ready to be eaten. Flip it out of the dish and you will have a solid white jello, smooth and fine. And if you're serious about making traditional Liang Fen, then get your hands on a special Liang Fen cutter like this, which definitely helps to make those long strands of uniform noodles out of the block of jello. But don't worry, if you don't have this tool, you can use a thick cut grater or simply cut the jello into strips with a knife. Another reason we want to shape the jello this way is that these noodle strands help to absorb the flavor of the sauce. So the thinner they are, the more flavor you will have in your final product. It takes some practice to get the long strands of noodles, but it's also a lot of fun. When you have enough noodles for your bowl, add the following seasonings to make your classic bowl of Sichuan Liang Fen. There isn't really strict measurements, it's really adjusted to your taste, but just make sure not to skimp on the Chinese black vinegar. It has to be quite aggressive in this dish. And of course, plenty of my homemade chili oil. If you don't have a recipe for homemade chili oil, definitely check out mine by clicking on the link above. Mix everything together well and slurp away. And there you have it, a classic simple dish of cold, smooth mung bean noodles in a garlic chili sauce. Perfect for a hot day, a cold day, or any day. And as always, go to yensfamilytable.com for the full written recipe. Help support this channel by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Stay tuned for more delicious recipes and culinary adventures. Until next time, happy cooking!